We are covering a critical topic for the Arizona Notary Public Exam: disqualification due to a direct beneficial interest, particularly when dealing with family members. This concept is governed by Arizona law, which states that a notarial officer may not perform a notarial act on a record where the officer or their spouse is a party or has a direct beneficial interest. Any notarization performed in violation of this rule is voidable. This means the core of the prohibition isn't just the family relationship, but whether you or your spouse stand to gain something tangible from the transaction. A direct beneficial interest is any financial or material gain. For example, you cannot notarize your husband's signature on the deed to a house you are buying together, because you, the notary, have a direct beneficial interest in acquiring the property. You are disqualified, and the notarization would be invalid. Similarly, you are strictly forbidden from notarizing your own signature under any circumstances. The exam will test your ability to apply this rule to nuanced scenarios. A classic exam question involves notarizing for a family member where you don't have a direct interest. For instance, you are asked to notarize your sister's signature on a car title she is transferring to a third-party buyer. According to the letter of Arizona law, this is technically permissible. The transaction is between your sister and the buyer, and neither you nor your spouse has a direct beneficial interest in her selling her car. However, this is a major exam trap. While the law doesn't explicitly prohibit notarizing for all relatives, the Arizona Notary Public Reference Manual strongly discourages it to avoid any appearance of partiality. The exam wants you to know the strict legal line. The disqualification is triggered by the notary's or spouse's interest, not the family tie itself. But it also expects you to understand the best practice is to refer family members elsewhere to maintain your role as an impartial witness. Another common point of confusion is the distinction between relatives by blood versus marriage. Older versions of the statute specifically mention those related by marriage or adoption, but the current law focuses squarely on the notary and their spouse having a direct beneficial interest. So when you see a question about notarizing for a cousin, an aunt, or a sibling, your first and only question should be, do I or my spouse gain from this? If the answer is no, the act is not legally prohibited, even if it is discouraged. To remember this critical rule, use this phrase: if my spouse or I get the gain, the seal stays out of the game. This mental shortcut links a personal benefit directly to the prohibition, helping you cut through the confusion of family relationships on the exam and focus on the disqualifying factor of a direct beneficial interest. For free practice questions, AI-powered explanations, and more exam prep tools, visit openexamprep.com. That's openexamprep, all one word, .com.